You don't get this stuff from Howard Stern Show. You don't get this stuff from anything but Renegade Radio.
Little Bobby's Bar and Grill and Music Museum in McIntosh, Minnesota should be your next music destination. Come and stroll around Little Bobby's and check out all the music memorabilia, from country to hip-hop, rock and roll, and the blues. Little Bobby's is the home to the Knockin' Boots Country Music Festival and the HOULE Hog Fest. Come and check us out every Friday and Saturday for live music, ranging from local, regional, national, and internationally known artists. Little Bobby's in McIntosh, Minnesota is becoming the unofficial center for the arts. Musicians love our stage. Come fully equipped with lighting, PA, drums, and backline. We feel at Little Bobby's that we are fulfilling a much-needed live music scene in northern Minnesota. With help from music fans, locals, and the Northwestern Regional Arts Council. We are so proud to be the home of northern Minnesota's rising artists such as Bubba Mackey and Lydia Rose. Hey, we're even tied for the record for having the oldest living bartender, Charles Swolene, at 92 years old. Look at him go. Oh yeah, did I forget? We got great burgers and great food. Little Bobby's in McIntosh, Minnesota also comes equipped with a full recording studio. All the latest Pro Tools and all the right recording gear to get your music recorded and out to the masses. We have a control room, a vocal booth, and also a live room. Little Bobby's in McIntosh, Minnesota should be your next musical destination. Come support us. Come help us keep this music scene going in northern Minnesota. Little Bobby's, McIntosh, Minnesota. Find us on Facebook. Give us a like. Hey, give us a share. We would appreciate that. Little Bobby's, McIntosh, Minnesota. Your next music destination.
Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Can you guys see? How to get out of playing commercials? Yeah.
Hoping I can make it bigger. The picture.
Oh, well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you see us and everything? Everybody see?
Go to the bottom right of the pictures, and you will see a box that can expand it.
Okay.
You just click on it, but you won't be able to see the chats anymore.
There we go.
You don't care about
Thank you.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the pre-show of episode 2 of season 4 of Renegade Radio. We're starting a little bit earlier than normal just because we got a couple guests for tonight, and I figure, well, since most of us, some of us haven't been on for a while, and we'll just chat a little bit. And we got Christina from the Oro Runners broadcast. She'll be joining us. She's our honorary crew member, meaning that she'll come and go. She'll probably be on a lot here, whenever she is able to. And then, if she can't make it, she can't make it. Just whatever. You know how it goes with honorary people.
But and invitation goes out to all of y'all as well on my show. So your family.
Oh yeah, well, most of us, 2 of us, have been interviewed by you already, and that was, I remember I go back to that time and I just think about it, it's like, I probably could have given you a even better interview than I did, but again, it's like we didn't know each other really well at that time, and I'm just glad everything just worked out because normally I don't do interviews that early in the morning, at all, but I normally just do it in the afternoon or evenings, but I did it for you though because I figured, well,
I feel honored.
Camouflage?
You interviewed me at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's because that's just what it worked out. I mean, I would have rather preferred the afternoon. I probably would have been more awake.
Well,
but it is.
I got to give you a hard time.
Yeah, nowadays it's open more since the surgery has been done and all that extra. So now it's the broadcast, the school, and
how you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm a little upset that I had to go walk all the way 4 flights of stairs after I told the DoorDasher to bring it to my door because I can't physically. So she was outside. Yeah, it was, and she put it literally outside my door, outside the building door, right? And she was outside across the street watching me to go get the stuff out there. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I gave clear instructions.
No tip. I revoked my tip.
Oh yeah, I mean, geez, it's like it's DoorDash. That means you're supposed to go to the door,
Right.
But, yeah. I don't know. I wish we had door. I mean, we do technically have DoorDash and Thief River, but it's like I live in Brooks, so nobody's gonna deliver anything to me, Not even Pizza Hut, Not even if I tip them very well, unless I was like more well known, probably than But it's okay though. No, we're just happy to have everybody on. I think the majority of everybody that's supposed to be on tonight will be on, hopefully. We got 2 big guests coming on the show. Former, about 6 o'clock anyway, former WWF 90s superstar Ahmed Johnson. He was the first, I believe, the first black Intercontinental Champion for the World Wrestling Federation back about 30 years ago here. I don't remember exactly the actual date of what he debuted.
Stop saying the 90s was 30 years ago. Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, it was 10 years ago. It was yesterday.
Yep.
That makes you feel better now? Jesus.
Yes.
Hey, I was born in the 80s. I feel old enough as is being 41. So it's like,
yeah, I was the 80s baby too. I just ordered a T-shirt from Temu that says don't yell at me. I was born in the in the 1900s, so like just give me some grace, pretty much. Like,
that's right. Oh my
God, you guys! I graduated in '83.
Yeah, I know. When I was before I was born too. I was born in September. You graduated like June, probably, or May, probably.
I was probably
9 years old in '83. Wow.
I wasn't born yet. I was 84, so I was probably either a thought or I was in process. One of those.
I was legal to drink in '84.
Jeez.
Wow.
So am I camouflaged?
Well, it was 19 then.
Yep.
Way back in the day.
If they talk about always use a head.
Have you ever eaten head cheese? That's really not. That's just very comical that you put yourself down as the head cheese.
Oh, this is going to be the running gag for the whole season. I'm going to come up with a new title every week or what to call myself. Last week it was the CEO of Renegade Radio. Yeah, now I'm going to make it. Now we're going to be humorous. I'm going to call myself funny things every week now. So it could be the head cheese.
Hey,
it could
you notice mine actually says my name instead of Lori?
See, you can do that with StreamYard. Cool, huh?
Is this
you
your
did that
first
all
time?
by yourself, didn't you?
Are you
so
a
big?
No.
I'm so proud of you.
So yeah.
You get a gold star.
Eat the applesauce. Here's the airplane.
No, I didn't do it myself.
Oh
no, but this is his first. I'm guessing this is your first time on StreamYard because when you guys do interviews, it's always on Zoom, right? It's never on StreamYard or any other platform. As far as that goes, yeah.
No,
I figured so. I will probably switch around a little here and there, but because the nights that I, when I do come back to, come do some shows at the studio, I want to start, planning something for maybe March when it gets nicer outside. But we'll probably use whatever you guys have. So if you don't have StreamYard, that's okay because you got all the professional equipment and everything. So. Makes everything
I should try it because I've got I got an interview from the Chili Bowl on Thursday. That's supposed to be Zoom. I should try this StreamYard. Just mess around with it a little bit.
Define Chili Bowl.
Come here.
It's an
Is it something you eat
indoor
or something you
week
do?
of. It's an indoor week of midget car racing. In fact, there's about 400 cars signed up for this race. There's 5 nights of qualifying alone starting tonight. It's the biggest indoor race in the world. It's huge, and
Really?
there happens to be one of the local guys that has been on my show, and I see him a lot at the racetracks I work at, and he actually got a ride, so he's going to be racing there. So we're going to be interviewing him. But yeah, look it up, the Chili Bowl. It's a pretty cool deal. It's down in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are they going to be
a
serving
lot of
chili?
NASCAR guys and stuff will actually go and drive cars in this race.
Yeah, I believe that. That's
Yeah.
And the biggest question of it all, will they actually serve chili over here at that? Oklahoma. I mean, hey, Southern chili. Come on now.
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
Nova.
really?
I mean, what the heck, I mean, they
I
probably
don't know
put
how it
some,
got its name.
Yeah, well,
Because it's cold.
Probably because it's not cold over there, but it's just cold everywhere else, probably. Well, everywhere we're supposed to be anyway, maybe.
And
Who knows?
speaking of cold, can you guys send the snow back? We're actually needing our snow back out here in Alaska.
Love to. Love to.
Yes.
No way.
Oh, you're in Alaska?
Sorry. No, Nova likes the snow.
Oh,
Nova loves the snow.
What part of
She
Alaska?
will go out there and she will find the biggest pile of snow and just curl up into a ball and just lay there.
oh, I live in Anchorage, Alaska.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
it was about 15 below zero here this morning.
Yeah, you can have that too. You
So-
can have the cold weather too if you want. We'll
Yeah,
give that to
we've
you.
We've got summer weather right now, and it's been we had this like 100. Like California had the 100-mile winds for the fires. We literally had the winds for it was like all rain. We could have sent the rain out there, honestly, but
Yeah.
really, really, really bad. It tore out a bridge, everything out here, and then yesterday, and it flooded. So
Oh wow.
it's been we need our snow back in order for us to be, and it's pure ice. And out here, the school's closed
I
because
love Alaska.
yeah, it was too warm. The school's closed
Sorry.
out.
I'm going back in May.
I was
Southern
laughing
Alaska,
at
May.
you.
I'll be back.
Let me know when you're coming up. I could hook some stuff up for you.
I'm
So,
going
imagine-
down south, like Ketchikan and Seaward and around there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love fishing and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going halibut fishing.
oh
Going
man,
fishing for the hell of it. Like that old joke that people say.
yep.
Save the smelt.
That's right. That's right. Well, I appreciate all
Yeah,
you
and
guys
Lance,
coming
we're
on
going
the
to be in
show. Anyway.
Seattle one night. I was hoping maybe I could run into you.
Yeah, you mentioned
You
about
just
that
let me know when that shall be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, because I'm still planning on going to Washington as well and visiting Lance. And it'll probably be sometime, probably either May, June, or July. We're still trying to figure that out. I'll have an actual date here soon, but just had to get through the holiday season and everything. There was a lot of stuff going on that I had to participate in, whether I wanted to or not, just because it's just the holidays. Everybody
That's a
wants
good
gifts,
way to put
right?
it.
No, I mean seriously, everybody
It
wants
is.
gifts. Everybody wants gifts, and they make you feel bad if you don't buy them any gifts at all. So it's just like, and then when it comes to receiving anything back, I didn't get a whole lot back. That's the thing that sucks about it. You spend all this money on children and other things and whatever and people, and you expect, well, it's going to be a great time, because most of our family's holidays have been kind of, I don't know. I would rather work probably, But I haven't seen my family in a while. I don't go to Greenbush that often, so it's like, well, what the hell? I might as well participate in the holiday anyway. So, but I'm not saying that it's not great, but it just sometimes it can be built a little bit better than it is. It used to be anyway. Well, anyway, I'm gonna we're on the pre-show right now. If you notice here, John, I started playing some of your commercials that you play on your show. I talked to Paul about that because I thought, well, you know what, I'd like to start playing some ads a little bit here on the show, just to, thank as a way to repay the favor of you guys having me on your platform and as you have and whatnot. And I figure it makes us look more professional now that we can do a lot more on StreamYard. There's so much more we can do on StreamYard compared to
4 new ones on Friday.
Well,
and mockery is the highest form of flattery.
Well, I'm not mocking anybody. I'm not.
No. Mockery is in copying. Being.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh,
well, no, that's good because I can actually tell my clients are getting a little more bang for the buck, actually.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm only doing this because you air my stuff on the show on your platform.
Yeah,
and I figure it's the best way to say thank you and best way to help out. And then it looks nice, after the show's done and everything. But I rewatch it right after it's done, so just to see if any mistakes that we made or anything that could have been better. Because you never know. When you do stuff live, it's like, oh boy. So
you guys want to know what I did right before the pre-show?
It's not going to be about the toilet again, is it?
No. So I got a message from the president of the Minnesota Blues Society with a link for nomination into the Minnesota Blues Society.
Okay.
And I wrote a 250-plus word essay on why Little Bobby should be nominated posthumously into the Minnesota Blues Society Hall of Fame. All of his whole career, his accomplishments, all his contributions to the music world.
He'll get in easy.
And I got done with that, and I wiped my eyes, and I log in, and what do I see, Frankie?
What do
I hear? I hear Little Bobby's voice.
Wow.
Oh, you mean you were listening to the commercial? I downloaded it from his page, and I just thought, we gotta use it. I mean, the place is still open for business, so while the commercial might be outdated a little bit, but I thought he did a good job, doing a voiceover because he always had a good voice and everything, even when he spoke, just as an announcer. So that's why I'm glad he chose radio as something else to do because he was perfect for it. I always thought.
He always said he had the face for radio.
Come on, we can't just keep using that same joke all the time. Come on.
No, he said that about himself.
Yeah, but I mean, you should say
he had a voice for radio too, though.
Yes, and that's
I
better.
just had
That's
something
better
to fall back on after my modeling career ended.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and
2025, and we'll let you slip one in, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
Come up with something different, dude.
Antique Man, they're on your face.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, speaking of which, last week Mama T was hoping and praying, and she was hoping that I would give her a Christmas present. She thought I was going to do a commercial for her show and stuff, and so I decided that I was going to think about it. And while I didn't really do a commercial for her show, I think I did one. I think I did one a little bit better. So if you really want to know what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a little video that I put together that I compiled. Technically, it was already edited already, but I kind of made my own little edit on it to make it more special. And I'm going to show you something.
Christmas present.
So if you need to get some tissues because it might be a little emotional.
All right.
I figure let's just get this out of the way and
before the show starts.
I just hope that everybody likes what I put together. So here we go.
Okay. Let it roll.
It's
There you go.
Yeah, it was sweet.
I mean, I know it's mostly all put together already by the funeral home and everything, but I just thought, well, I might as well just,
I hate you.
share it up.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was very well
It is
put
awesome.
together.
Well, I told you might get emotional.
Hey,
I'm
Mama
trying to think
T,
about it. Oh,
Mama
somebody
T,
has a phone
who's
Not me.
did Bobby play with mostly the same band, or was it?
He had several different bands.
Did he?
He did. He had one out of high school, or a couple when he was out of high school, and then it was Bobby and the Storm, and then there was one. God, you're a fucking asshole.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, you asked for it. So I mean, you didn't ask for this, but you asked for something. So I just figured, well,
Finally, fucking got myself cleaned up for the show, and then heard his voice. Blew my nose again. No, I'm fine. There's Little Bobby in the Storm, and then he was Little Bobby in the Storm with Nora Jean Brusso, and then he had another band after that when we first started dating, and I forget what the name of them was, but he almost pulled together another band after that. There was a bunch of people from the cities that he liked to play with too, and
oh yeah, I mean that's nothing wrong with that though. I mean that's what I mean. It's like when I met him, he was I met him in college, and I was in 2003, and I didn't know really much about him because I just he was just a fellow student, and I was really happy that he was in radio because, like I said, he had a good voice for it. He was at that time he was just learning everything like how I was kind of, and he showed me a CD that said he was a blues guy, and at the time I wasn't into blues. I was more into just modern rock and roll and whatever, But then eventually I got more into it, and I mean, our friendship goes back a long ways, but it's weird that I never heard of the guy prior to like 2003 because I didn't know who he was up until that moment, and then after that I started seeing him more often and everything. So
I wasn't really into the blues either, and Bobby could get you into the blues. Like his music was
for all the times he probably played at my house at least a half a dozen times, and it was always with. Well, the one night we had a bunch of bands, but it didn't matter. We know so many musicians together that probably all 5 times he played at my house on stage, he was probably with 5 different bands. And it was like no big deal. It was like they'd played together a million times. You get that group of guys that can kind of go off of each other's vibe, and you'll see them look at each other and talk for about 5 seconds before they start. And then once they all nod, it's like, let's do it. And they just, and it's just,
and he was really good for a blind guy. He was really good at vibing with everybody and being able to send his signals, and everybody knew exactly what he was trying to tell, because he was always lead. Bobby was always in the front. That's where he belonged, like right in the front. That he was lead guitar.
Absolutely.
He was a singer, and he was always right there in front. And he'd go into his and he would give everybody their spot. All right, take it away. Your turn. And they'd do their little solo, and he'd give everybody a chance. Oh, give it up for so-and-so. Give it up for so-and-so. Give it up for so-and-so. And he always gave props to everybody. And
yeah, it was, he was just a good guy. And that's why we had to do a little, I feel like like I said, it was about spiritual closure because, his memory will always live on. And once in a while we may do stuff like this, just, honor, because he's one of the guys that I like to honor on the show. And then, of course, my friend Ray Petty, RAUNCH FOXXX, this is the whole reason why we are doing this show in the first place, because he was somebody who was a shock jock I met in Arizona, online anyway, who was doing stuff on Sitcam and Blog TV and all these different streaming platforms before days of StreamYard and Zoom and all that stuff. And his humor was second to none as well. And I'll probably show you guys a little clip a little bit later on in the broadcast. But we're going to get things started here for the main show. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And
1 second. Sorry, you said Arizona. I just got to do this. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's game. It'll be game time. We'll be done probably before the game starts, so don't worry there, John. You'll be able to watch your football. It'll be fine. But
my wife has a Zoom, so I got to be done anyway. But
that's fine.
Good.
But I'm gonna.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry, Frank.
No. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna get the show started, the main show, and we'll be right back in just a little bit here on Frankie Sloss's Renegade Radio, Season 2, Episode Number 2, or Season 4, Episode Number 2. That's right. I got it right.
Guys, I'm going to give you one free pass.
What is it?
If you get to say one bad word without getting in trouble.
Yes.
Okay? Who wants to start?
Me. Harrison. Me. You can say
Okay.
that word. Harrison.
No. You gotta help him.
Harrison, you know what word to say?
No talking.
I can't.
Oh my God. Landon, what you... Yes! Harrison, I said one time!
Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
You don't get this stuff from Howard Stern Show. You don't get this stuff from anything but Renegade Radio.
Little Bobby's Bar and Grill and Music Museum in McIntosh, Minnesota should be your next music destination. Come and stroll around Little Bobby's and check out all the music memorabilia, from country to hip-hop, rock and roll, and the blues. Little Bobby's is the home to the Knockin' Boots Country Music Festival and the HOULE Hog Fest. Come and check us out every Friday and Saturday for live music ranging from local, regional, national, and internationally known artists. Little Bobby's in McIntosh, Minnesota is becoming the unofficial center for the arts. Musicians love our stage. Come fully equipped with lighting, PA, drums, and backline. We feel at Little Bobby's that we are fulfilling a much-needed live music scene in northern Minnesota. With help from music fans, locals, and the Northwestern Regional Arts Council. We are so proud to be the home of northern Minnesota's rising artists such as Bubba Mackey and Lydia Rose. Hey, we're even tied for the record for having the oldest living bartender, Charles Swolene, at 92 years old. Look at him go. Oh yeah, did I forget? We got great burgers and great food. Little Bobby's in McIntosh, Minnesota also comes equipped with a full recording studio. All the latest Pro Tools and all the right recording gear to get your music recorded and out to the masses. We have a control room, a vocal booth, and also a live room. Little Bobby's in McIntosh, Minnesota should be your next musical destination. Come support us. Come help us keep this music scene going in northern Minnesota. Little Bobby's, McIntosh, Minnesota. Find us on Facebook. Give us a like. Hey, give us a share. We would appreciate that. Little Bobby's, McIntosh, Minnesota. Your next music destination.
All right, guys, we are back. Oh, was that too much again, or that's just perfect?
That makes me want to go there.
Yeah, I would love to put that on my show, that little commercial, because I love that.
I mean, they're still in business, so I mean, it might as well advertise, free
Yeah,
advertising.
he doesn't have the recording studio. He ran the recording studio. I don't believe that Untouchable Productions is still a thing anymore, unless his son is going to take it over. But and they did some remodeling and stuff in there too. They've a lot of things are moved around, and they've been closed for renovations, and like they've been doing a lot of painting and stuff over there. I haven't been over there since New Year's, but
so it's it's an expired commercial. But I thought, hey, it's the only one that has his voice on
in
it.
business.
So.
Yeah, it's the only one there is. We should get Jeremy over there to get them a new, because he's the one that did the commercial.
Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome to Renegade Radio Season 4, Episode number 2. I'm the head cheese tonight. I'm your host with the most, Frankie Slauson. And tonight we are joined by we got a special honorary crew member Christina Love from the Oil Runners broadcast. We also got John, good old John. We love John. We just call him John now.
John Roberts
anymore. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted you to say your name. It's nice to people say their name sometimes too. John Roberts, the legendary John Roberts.
Hey, John.
We got Screamin' Sam, the legendary Screamin' Sam as well. We got Lance Warlock, my good friend. And we got Mama T. We got Antique Man, and I'm sure Anthony. I hope Mad Dog shows up, because he does this almost every time we almost every time we have a wrestler on the show. When we do, either he's late or he misses out or whatever. And he did a video on it earlier, so hopefully he'll show up anyway. But anyway, so welcome to Renegade Radio. We've been using StreamYard for the last couple of weeks, and I've been kind of trying to tell you guys, I was kind of showing you guys what we're able to do. And that's why I asked about the commercials and stuff, because I figure it's simple, it's easy, there's no lag. I hope everybody heard everything and saw everything in the best quality they could, on your devices. Oh, here he is, Mad Dog. There's Mad Dog. There you go. You gotta turn your thing up though.
Hello? No.
Turn it up all the way.
All the way up.
Turn it off speaker. You remember you had it on speaker last time? How's it now?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, now we do. Yeah, perfect.
No, I can't hear everybody else.
Well, because nobody's talking. I'm the only one talking.
I can hardly hear you.
Yo.
So where's the yo-yo?
Yo.
No, Ahmed will be on, or Tony will be on here another hour. So you're right on time. We were just asking about you too. I was just wondering if you were going to show up.
I'm over here trying to do information on Ahmed, and I'm like, oh my God, it's on.
Yeah.
Welcome to the vibe of the day.
Well, anyway, so one of the things that's nice about this, about StreamYard, is that you're able to play videos pretty much. You just upload them or whatever, and you can play pretty much anything. I'm trying to not play as much copyrighted material, because some sites don't like that, and so I'm trying my best to find stuff that's shareable, that's funny, that's like, just something to give us a good laugh or whatever. And I came across a couple things here that I thought we could talk about or whatever to kick the show off. And this is one of the things right here. Let me know what you think, and we'll have a discussion after.
Anybody hear me? Oh.
Yes! all right. We good there? All right. So what do you think there?
Wow.
Pretty.
That
Ever
was
thought about ever
crazy.
doing that?
Intricate.
If I would
I
have
can't
seen that
imagine.
in the 80s, it probably would have gave me brain damage.
I was thinking ADHD situation, like the brain already did, but I was like halfway through. Wait a minute.
I'll be back.
I'm thinking, how long did it take to make this? A year,
like-
maybe?
I'm
It's like
thinking
a
his
simple-
parents
we were like
are like,
18,
would you just
just
go
call.
do something?
I
What did
feel
you do to the
dumber.
yard?
Right.
I feel dumber because I can't believe somebody can come up with that.
You'd be surprised about what you can find on the internet. I did a lot of research this last week, and I tell you, I found a lot of crazy things that we can discuss. I'm not going to show everything that I found because it's just a lot of videos, and I don't want this to be a video show, even though it is technically a video show, but it's not a video show. You know what I mean?
Apparently, the
It's
guy
a
just
live
logged
video
on.
show with people.
Yeah. We've done this for a while, so we know, But I just thought, because we can do this with StreamYard, and it makes it interesting, and gives us something to talk about. One thing I'm going to show. Oh, there it is. There's Louis.
I could give you a little hint
No,
for
puppy.
the copyright thing for YouTube and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Every 30 seconds, you have to in the videos. Every 30 seconds, you pause it, make it, like you talk about it a little bit or whatever, or you shut it down for 30 seconds, and then you just go up every 30 seconds and make it your own video. That's how you get away with that.
I mean, that sounds great and everything, but I think it would just be like talk about the video too long, and I just we only have so much time to do so much before our guest comes and everything. So
Yeah, I'm
You
just
know what I
saying.
mean?
Just in
that's
case
right.
you have.
That's a good hint. That's a
All
good
right.
hint.
How long was that video?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Well, it took 3 years.
I thought I had a boring life, but this kid obviously has no life.
Right? Girlfriend,
And
still a virgin.
he's pretty freaking smart.
Right.
You
Well,
like dude, really?
So you don't think if he was not a virgin that he would not do this at all?
Right. That whole roof portion.
Listen, I'm retired. I couldn't do something like that. I mean, I'm retired. I have every
Start
day
screwing
free.
shit into my roof, boy. You're going to be in trouble.
So in order to not be able to do things, we have to have sex in order to make sure that we grow up. That automatically grows us up, right? That's
He's
right.
your nerd.
According to Mama T, anyway, right? That's her sex advice for the day. That's funny.
That was actually 3 minutes of my life I can't get back.
Oh, there's gonna be more of that, man. This is the way we're doing things now when it comes to finding content, because as much as it's great to talk about everything and whatever, I thought, well, let's have some fun. So we're gonna have some fun here. I got another one here, but here's this one might give you guys a little bit of what's that? No, not gas. So what was I gonna say? There's a word that I'm trying to figure out here, but it could be, or it might make you a little motion sick. Maybe a little
Before we
motion
go on,
sickness.
the young lady on the top, who's this now?
Oh, this is Christina Love.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you,
She's
Daryl,
the lady-
Mad Dog.
She's the lady. She's a lady from Alaska. She's the one that interviewed myself and Mama T here a couple months ago. So she's very nice. She does a show. We work together with Steve Joyner. He kind of helps us kind of find people. He's one of the many agents that I work with. So, anyway, so I want to show you this video. It might give you a little bit of motion sickness, we'll say. So just be aware. So, but it's a fast video. So just put yourself in this person's like camera. Like you're the what you call GoPro kind of one.
Point of view.
All right, here we go.
2, 1.
entire city was on that one.
Yeah, I had to watch it a couple of times to really understand what I was watching, and then
Where was it at?
Probably in Puerto Rico somewhere, maybe, or some
Why'd you
Monster
say it
Energy
was
thing.
Puerto Rico?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. Like it's not like it was.
Some
It's not like
falls,
it was.
Puerto Rico Falls.
That's right.
Might I give you a little history lesson?
Yes.
Sure.
Puerto Rico
Yes.
Bush.
In 1965, I was at the World's Fair in New York. I was 13. And Kodak had a theater you went in, and it was a kid on like not a roller
Bicycle or something?
coaster, but what's the word I'm looking for, folks? Go-kart. And it did the same thing, only the camera's on the front and it's doing all these turn stuff, and you really did feel it.
Oh,
So it was fun, and it's not a new concept, but cool when you see those things.
yeah. We did the go-kart thing. In Deep River, they had the Follow the Stand play, and that's a go-kart place. And, my nephew loves going over there because he lives so close by and everything. So, but I'm glad they put that in there because it's a good place for the kids and everything.
Sure.
Or anybody. They've got mini golf and stuff. I always know when you play mini golf, you're supposed to hit the ball really hard so it flies over the thing. Is that what you're supposed to do? You wouldn't want to play golf.
They give you a mini wood.
Yeah. I already got mini wood when I'm over there already. So what the heck?
I got mini wood now.
Of course you do. All right. Let's see. So here's another. I don't know who has audio played on their end here, but I hear somebody's audio. Everybody hear that? Is that Antique Man again playing audio?
Not me.
Somebody's having audio. Anyway, here is okay. So we want to get Mad Dog involved with this next clip here, because I found this. I don't know if it's true or not, but Mad Dog, you can explain once we finish this little clip here.
There's another hill, guys, but when you get up to it, it doesn't seem as bad.
Virginia Avenue.
This is Virginia. Oh God! What? Guys, look at that! It's a wall, literally a wall. Oh my God! That's Canton Ave, guys, the steepest street in the continental U.S. Wall. Oh,
turn
wall. Right. Here's our streets of San Francisco, right there, guys. Look at that, Hampshire Ave. Look at it, Pig Hill. Look at it, guys.
So is that Pittsburgh in a nutshell?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
They're not steep enough, right, John? Our Pig Hill, where they used to run the pigs downhill to the slaughterhouse.
I mean, you're literally going up and down the hill.
That's what Johnny used to be in the pig business. They used to haul him down that track.
That's where Johnny got his first girlfriend, running her down Pig Hill. That's how my brother caught his first date, running that big fat bitch down Pig Hill.
Well, I just want to know if it's really like that over there, because the lady that was putting the video together was this compilation. So all those locations. You've been on all those locations before.
Well, that first one might have been ours, huh, John? Wyoming Street. She said that's our Wyoming Street's the same way.
And then that Canton Hill or whatever you talked about. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny anyway. I thought it was just like,
some of our streets over here, they close during the winter. They won't even let you go up and down them at all, even if it ain't snowing.
Oh, I imagine. Imagine going down the hills see, I live in Rapid City, and I thought that was kind of weird, going up and down some hills. I had to go up a hill just to go to work on Skyline Drive when I worked at Black Hills Fox TV for 3 years. That was fun. I had to get a 4-wheel drive vehicle, make sure it was good enough for to climb up the hills, because wintertime was just like, oh boy, you might just be stuck up there until the plows come at least. Yeah.
In what, Rapid City?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore Road.
It was all ice yesterday. It was all ice yesterday, my friend said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. No traveling advice.
Wow. Well, I haven't been there since 2018, so I don't know what it's like over there anymore. I have family that's still over there, but I don't really talk to them too much. Okay, so here is the next clip here, and this one, this is kind of gonna make you think a little bit. You want to think a little bit?
Not really, but
no, it's too hard now.
All
You're
right,
not gonna
well,
make us math, are you?
no, but I'll probably make you laugh, or maybe my friend will make you laugh. Probably, you'll know what I'm talking about here. Just a sec here. Enjoy.
Well, hello, everybody. It's FOXXX here on Stupid Ass Questions, and we had a Stupid Ass Asker send a question to me, and this is what it says. It says, the other day, a man came up and licked my bike seat and ran off. I wiped the slobber off before riding, but I'm afraid I may have contracted something. Is pedophilia contagious? Will I be the next psychopath, or are these thoughts just the normal process of becoming bicycle curious? Well, my friend, let me just say this to you. Since these are basically all bicycle related, let's just shift gears for a moment. And you seem to have some phobias regarding saliva, so let me just go ahead and spit this out. Sorry. Pedophilia. It's not related to any bodily fluids, so get a grip, shift into low, and don't worry, it's all uphill from here. As far as being psychopathic, same deal, non-slobber related, but advanced psychopathics actually get addicted to an even more expensive habit called Harley-itis, so it's better to go ahead and nip it in the bud at the earlier stages and remove those training wheels and get on with your life. Now, as far as being bicycle curious, you must ask yourself, am I different than all the other spokes in the wheel? Does my life go round and round only to find I'm stuck in the same spot? Have people put clothespins and baseball cards on me all my life only to hear a slapping sound? I mean, I'm not saying I'm all in a huffy, but it's better to schwinn than lose, and I'm not really trying to peddle any propaganda, but let me just say this to you. If you just keep your balance in life, you'll never have to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. Now, climb up there on that bicycle of life. Don't worry. That slobber's evaporated. See you next time.
Oh, we got one more here, and then I'll close the video afterwards. just keep that in your thoughts. Anyway, we'll talk about it.
Well, hello. This is FOXXX, and we do have another question here at Stupid Ass Questions. I want to welcome everybody to stupidassquestions.com. Why haven't you ever been here before? Is that a stupid ass question? I'm not sure if it is or not, but you're probably a stupid ass to even come here and look for a stupid ass answer. But that's okay. We're glad you're here. Here's today's question. Someone wrote in and they said, I read that syrup is a great moisturizer for your hair, but when I woke up this morning, my head was stuck to my pillow and the cat was licking my hair. Was I supposed to wash it out before I went to bed? So as you can see, today we're going to be talking about some wonderful cosmetic applications to enhance your overall appearance. Now, in your case, we're going to want to make lemons out of lemonade. I mean, were you supposed to wash it out before you went to bed? Let me ask you a question. What do you do with a regular moisturizer? I mean, folks, there is a certain amount of common sense that comes along with this particular question. What type of syrup are you using? You know, corn syrup is actually in a lot of products, but today I want to focus on maple syrup, if I may. And what we like to do is actually pose this question. I know I'm supposed to answer it, but there's nothing like a little bit of input from other people. Sometimes we have an expert or a diamond in the rough that could really share that with us. Let's go to the phones. Hi, Stupid Ass Questions. This is FOXXX. Who's this?
Hello, FOXXX and Stupid Ass Questions. This is Aunt Jemima.
Who is it?
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima. How are you?
That's right, Aunt Jemima. And I'm here to tell you something about the maple syrup. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I, too, was stuck in the situation similar to what you're talking about. My hair was stuck to the pillow. And not only was it a regular pillow, it was a wonderful Egyptian 7,000 cotton, what's it called? 7,000 threads. Yeah, that's it. 7,000 threads of Egyptian cotton. Now, one of the wonderful things about the cat, which is also related to Egyptian culture, is the fact that because of the sandpaper tongue, they literally removed all the syrup from around the sticky area, and there was no pun intended, but I do want to tell you that the cat got a sugar rush. It started running around, It was doing a lot of things. At one point, it thought it was a cow. Then it wanted to commit suicide. Then it thought it was a gangster. And then he had the sugar rush, and then he just kind of crashed and went to sleep. But I'm going to tell you something. Uncle Ben really did like the fact that yours truly, Aunt Jemima, was using the syrup as a conditioner. Now we have a wonderful product because we can use organic things as well as natural things. We have a brand new, Uncle Ben came up with this, by the way. It's a Minute Right mousse. A Minute Right mousse. So you might want to consider next time washing it out. But in the meantime, folks, I'm doing everything I can right now to say, please buy Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben Minute Right mousse. Because I have a hard time saying rice. I said right. Minute Rice mousse. Say that 3 times fast. Minute Rice mousse, Minute Rice mousse, Minute. I can't say it, but I do hope y'all buy it. You have a nice day.
Well, thank you, Aunt Jemima. I don't know if that answers our question, but the bottom line is this, folks. Never go to sleep with the maple syrup in your hair. I mean, first things first. What you want to do, the right way to do it is you want to brush your hair, get the tangles out, wait till they're gone. Then you want to get in the shower, completely coat your hair, cover it in maple syrup, and then after you do that, you get out, you wrap it in a bath towel or a shower cap. Do that for about 30 minutes. Then you want to rinse it out with warm water. Now, remember, don't use shampoo at this point. And you want to do it the night before and not early in the morning because it will be sticky. So on behalf of everyone here at the Stupid Ass Questions, we hope this answers your question. Be kind to animals. PETA is watching. Have a great day.
And there you have it.
Wow. What a sticky situation they were in.
That's right. That's right.
Don't quit your day job, Frankie.
I feel like anybody that calls into that show needs to point to their head and spell the abbreviation for mountain.
That was my late friend Ray Petty. That was RAUNCH FOXXX. That was the guy that I modeled the show after, because he was one of my inspirations to why we do Renegade Radio. Because he used to do a show called Renegade Radio with a friend that was out in the Baltimore area, because he's from Maryland originally, and he was funnier than hell. I mean, he was a shock jock, and that's what I loved what he did, and that's. He's not around no more. It'll be 10 years here on the 3rd of February when he passed away from a heart attack. So, yeah. So, I want to embrace his memory as well as Bob's, as well as anybody else that I think that deserves a chance to be on the show, even if they're not around no more. So, well, what do you guys think about that, though? I mean, what thoughts? I mean, most of us here have long hair, or or a lot of hair, or some have more hair than others, and some don't have much hair, but
Okay, what are you trying to say here?
Looks good, man, dog. Looks
yeah,
good.
he needs to use more syrup on his hair. That's right. Maybe he'll grow some more or something.
I might do it just to go get a good photograph and get an eagle or something just to come to my hair. But other than that, no.
Well, you all don't remember.
All of my products that I use, hair, body, everything, is a bar of soap.
That's it? Jeez.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Right now, I'm currently using Head and Shoulders.
And my hair is soft as baby's butt hair.
What kind of soap do you use?
That's what I was told.
What kind of body soap do you use?
Kind of what?
What kind of soap do you use?
I like, it's like right now it's a Bush Light soap.
Oh, jeez. So it smells like beer, probably.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not.
I use Power Spring.
The big bar of soap, but it's actually Bush Light.
Well, I guess next time I see you,
loose cannon.
Next time I see you in person, I'll have to rub your head in this.
Duke Cannon, but this is the Bush Light soap. Check it out, Duke Cannon. It's actually a pretty big deal. Huh?
Do you wish yourself really fast with it?
You see, I watched that commercial, and why it comes to my mind was an old band called Mothers of Invention.
Yeah.
And they had a lyric that went kind of like, cover that girl in chocolate syrup. Susie Cream Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Frank Zappa's band? Mothers of Invention? Yeah.
Frank Zappa.
I have a documentary on Frank Zappa that came out a while back ago, a DVD that they came out with. Pretty good, actually. guy was weird and crazy, but he really was the reason
smart.
for a lot of things. He's very smart.
Talented.
Very smart. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Sean, how do you put
Yeah.
your name underneath like you got the head cheese? How do you do that?
Yeah, when you enter the room, you just there's a main title for your main name, and then if you want to put yourself write something else down below,
Oh,
you go
okay.
ahead and do that. It's pretty easy.
I can't do it after the fact, right?
You probably could if you wanted to, I guess, but it's like
You
just
log
have to
off,
come back in.
Well,
I ain't doing all that.
Actually, you can do it now.
I'll do it next time. I
Do
know.
you-
I
do
see
you
it.
see- Hello. Do you see in your lower left-hand corner
Hello.
a square box with your picture in it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's a box with 3 dots.
That's right. That's right. You can actually.
If you click on that, then you can go ahead and edit your name and or.
Oh, that's right.
Bottom of my picture.
Well, on the screen, there's the left-hand corner, and
just change mine to
the right-hand corner on mine.
Okay.
Look at your picture. You look at yourself, John. On the bottom of the screen, there's 3 little dots.
I don't have that.
I have to exit
I
the
don't either.
full screen. So if you exit the full
Oh,
screen, I
sure,
think
sure,
you'll see
sure.
it then.
It's not a big deal. I just don't have it. I don't have that 3 dots.
Yeah, you have to have it.
Yeah.
Everybody has it.
Yeah,
You have
shrink
it.
the-
You just probably just
shrink
can't
the
see
page.
I must
Yeah.
be an idiot. I don't know. I don't have
Well, hello.
Yeah, you must
Hey,
be
at least
Chinese.
I
or
admit it.
something. So I changed mine to
I
head
don't know
forward.
why I would be the only guy here and know all this technical stuff.
Because you work in the school system.
That's right. We're all educational people. Anyway, so yeah, so that's I didn't know that. I was Antique Man teach me something about StreamYard. Is
Yeah, I
that
just changed mine right now. Thank you.
So was it easy for everybody to get in this time? Because I turned the verification thing off. I didn't realize that was on last week.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, but obviously you guys had no issues this week, huh? It was fine. Nobody complained about it. So I
Last
assumed there
week
was
you had to sign in through Facebook and or YouTube or something, and this week it didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I turned the setting. I didn't know I could turn the setting off. I didn't know what it meant at the time. You know, I've only used this a couple times, so I'm learning.
So,
you know,
do any of you guys see the difference between this and Zoom? Because nothing lags now on this for me. Like all your videos before, I couldn't watch them.
Yeah,
But to me, I don't know. It seems like the colors are really good on this, but it seems like, and I keep thinking it's my glasses, but it seems like it's not quite as clear. Is anybody else having that or not?
Yours is good. Yours actually is no lag at all. You haven't froze up at all yet. You're perfect. I mean,
I know, but
everybody's doing.
To me, the screens are a little blurrier, and I don't know if it's just me or not. Everything else is crystal clear.
Is it a little cloudy?
I'm having
for
trouble
you? Are we talking
focusing.
about
I
that
have
here?
bifocals, and normally I don't have this problem, but I am tonight.
What kind of monitor are you looking? What kind of monitor are you looking at? Are you looking at a laptop monitor?
I'm just on my wife's laptop.
Okay, most of those monitors are pretty shitty, so it's like, that's probably why.
Yeah, and it could be still. I mean, I've been sick for damn near a month.
Well, that'll do.
Yeah. You said you didn't have much or you didn't have Christmas at all yet, or did you finally have a Christmas, or do
We had a little bit. No, it's done and over with. We're I got good for a couple of days. I had to officiate a wedding, and then the day after that wedding, I just all came back with a vengeance. And now it's all in my chest, and my wife got it, and now Paul, my business partner, he's just getting it now, and he said his whole family, his wife and all his kids they're all sick, and it's just going around up here in this part of the country. And everybody I've talked to, it's like 3 weeks, a month and a half, and it's like that ain't right.
It's probably worse when you have
it's
kids
a virus.
in school.
They really not do about it. Drink a shit ton of water.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's probably worse when you're like.
So I just lost power. I've got to take my phone and go in the basement for a minute because I gotta go.
We
the trip.
We still see you, so I don't know where.
Yeah, you just have a. Yeah, if you stay in that close.
You're all like green screen though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to do, and then all of a sudden the power went out. So,
But we can still see you.
I'll be back.
Also, you got your battery charged or something. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, that's
For fuck's sake.
Oh, this will be interesting. An adventure with Mama T, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for her to come back, I'm going to play another video here, just to keep you guys entertained. Oh, we should play a commercial real quick, and then we'll get you another video here.
The John looks.
Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
We'll play we'll play another video here. This is something you can probably think about, that there are actually people out there that actually do this for a living here.
I can't even believe this was a scientific study, but here we go. Sheesh. Fart experts, yes, you heard that correctly, fart experts, have done a study and have determined that holding in your flatulence, yes, clenching your butt cheeks, not allowing your flatulence to escape, will cause bad breath, because the gas emissions that should be coming from your bunghole will seep back into your bloodstream and come out as bad breath. Two things that I had a thought. I mean, I had a lot of thought, but there's only two that I'm going to point out. The first being, that's probably why a lot of people have really bad breath, because they're holding in their farts. I don't know why someone would hold in their farts that long, but damn it, it's got to be true. Number two, there's fart experts. Fart expert is a job. Like, that sounds like, why did I not know this when I was an 8-year-old boy? Like, I would have changed direction. Did you know you can be a fart expert? What? I can study farts and make a job out of farts? Like that? That's like the childhood dream of every young boy. I want to study farts. That's funny as hell. Have a day you deserve.
This is life-saving research. There's nothing funny about farts, okay? And I would know, because I've dedicated my life to huffing toots for science. If you've dealt it, I've probably smelt it. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's my life's work. So I'd like to take this opportunity to spread some knowledge, and maybe if you pay attention and take this seriously, you might learn something. Let's get the first example.
No.
Otherwise known as the toot. It's cheeky, it's squeaky, and a little bit sneaky. It's here for a good time, not a long time, but it's nothing to worry about. Next subject, please. This is known in academic circles as cutting the cheese and suggests you are lactose intolerant. You should see your doctor at some point. Okay, next example, thank you.
Mercy.
You have what is known as vapors, which can be quite painful and only appears after a first date when you've held it in. Okay, this next one here you need to listen out for. That's the silent but deadly. Which is when you think you've gotten away with it, but trust me, you will be caught.
Well, I guess that's why you're the head cheese, Frankie.
I guess so.
Yeah, funny.
That really
drives my wife nuts. She's like, "It's not even funny." I laugh at farts. I don't care. I just think they're funny.
Right.
Well,
why are farts so funny?
I don't.
That's the question right there. Why?
I used to run a construction crew, and I'd bring my guys over, and I go, "Hey," I'd let them one of them silent but deadly ones, and I'd say, "You guys smell weed?" And they'd all come in. Oh
That is something. That
Yeah,
is
it
something.
smells like right over in here.
Or the best ones are in the stores when you're walking through the aisles and then hear the next person over or walks right into it and it's like, yeah.
I
It's
do
like,
that.
oh.
Yeah.
When you can hear them, when you're doing a show, you know it was a good one. That's a good push.
Well, yeah, and I, what I don't understand is like, growing up, with the whole bad breath thing, or I would say that in my family, I mean, not to embarrass anybody, but our family kind of has, we're a farting family. I mean, we have the gas and everything. It happens, I mean,
We have the gas.
It happens. I mean,
Farting zone.
So define that. I mean, like around holiday meals. Is this kind of what you mean, or just
any meal? I'd say.
Yeah.
Any meal. I mean, we don't hold our
mood you're in.
We don't hold in our family. We don't hold our farts in. That's for sure. We just let it go.
You must have wonderful breath.
Oh, I have great breath.
Okay, so
I have great breath.
the problem is when you're lactose intolerant.
I never hold anything in.
You're lactose intolerant. You like spicy food, and you just started a new medication, and you're 50 years old. You cannot trust a fart. Not any of those. None of those. You don't trust any of them.
That's true.
Wait till
And
you
with
hear
a lot of laundry.
sister.
And stay home a lot.
Exactly. With
heard
that, with the
because of
bariatric
cheese.
surgery,
Who cut
it is
the cheese?
the worst thing ever.
Who cut the cheese?
Worst thing ever.
I'm so glad you're here, so I'm not the only girl on the panel for a change.
Oh yeah.
I've had so many surgeries, and I remember a back surgery I had. It was my second one in 13 months, and they told me it was the day after the surgery. They said, once you go take a shit, we'll let you out of the hospital. So I pretended I went and took a shit, and they let me out. Well, then I couldn't, and God dang it, was that fun when I got home. I should have just stayed, but yeah.
Yep.
What happened to a friend of mine? A friend of mine was in a hospital and he couldn't shit, and after surgery, and they wanted him. They told him he had a shit, so I told him on the phone. I go get yourself a coffee, and this is years ago.
That was me.
No, that was Frankie. I said, get a cigarette, smoke a cigarette. He only has one leg now. I said, smoke a cigarette in the hospital, drink a black coffee. He called me by an hour. Thank you, man. I'm getting out of the hospital because of you.
I think the greatest solution for that is orange juice. Orange juice does me wonders. I mean, it's a healthy.
Chocolate milk for me.
Every morning, have my cigarette, drink my coffee, and go right to the bathroom. Sometimes I bring my coffee and my cigarette in there with me.
While you're screaming
If
live.
I see a sports page, I cramp up. I'll go take a crap if I'm bored.
I got a problem. I can't go nowhere but home. So
Yeah,
I
we've talked.
used
We've
to
talked
make
about that
trips
before.
back and forth to Florida, from Pittsburgh to Florida. I held it all the way, and it was terrible. It was terrible. I did it one time.
You wouldn't make it at my hunting cabin.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know if I can make it out there.
I don't know.
We have an
Yeah, would
outhouse.
you make it out in the porta potties out here, out in Alaska? You're in the with bears coming around, like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute.
You know what?
I couldn't do porta potties.
We have a milk house heater in ours, and so we can turn it on from inside our shacks, and so we'll turn it on before we venture out to the outhouse. That's how we keep.
You have
it
an outhouse,
Otherwise,
John?
And our hunting cabins, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant your house.
We're in the middle of 160-acre woods, but we have electricity and stuff. It's just we're kind of in the sticks. We're not.
Oh, you got
we're
electricity? What happened?
Yeah, we got electricity a few years back.
So they're bigger bears than poo.
Right. Yep.
Where the hell did we get on the subject of pooping and shit?
Yeah.
That video that Frankie
video.
Who brought it on?
We always end up having shitty conversations on this show. I don't know.
I have
That's a
another
little
video. I have one more video to show, and then there'll be the last video I show for the episode.
Wait, I'm gonna show my. Every week I'm gonna do the saying of the day, and this week is.
There you go.
It lights up. My neighbor bought me that.
See it.
So every week I'm going to put a different saying in there for you guys.
That's a great idea.
Don't take
You
that
got-
personal.
No, okay, that's all right. Well, speaking of which, I want to share this special. This is probably probably the most special video I'm going to show of all the videos that I've shown tonight. We'll discuss after this.
Need a tow? Then call John Lutz Towing Service. 3 radio dispatch trucks, including a unique flatbed to pick up low-profile vehicles. And a road service truck with flat tires, dead battery, out of gas, will be there in a flash if you're stranded. John Lutz specializes in custom towing, low-profile cars, and long-distance towing. Fully insured, low rates, damage-free towing. Call John Lutz Towing Service. We don't want an arm and a leg, just your tow.
I held the phone so I could tape that because I don't know how to download it onto my computer.
I saw that when you posted that last week, and I'm just like, I gotta share this.
I've been looking for that video, and I'll tell you what. Next week I'm going to put another video. I found my brother. He did comedy before. He was just jacking around on stage, and he had a completely black beard. It doesn't even look like him. And I'm going to put that one on next week.
Which one's that?
Whose car was that?
That was mine.
Wow.
I just sold that a couple years ago.
You have a bunch of cars.
I sold it a couple years ago. It ended up in Tennessee. And I was hoping I'd never see it again. A friend of mine bought it up in Ohio 10 miles from me, or 5 miles from me. And he drove it to my house, and I almost had a heart attack. I had that car 30 years. I built that car. When I sold it, I gave the money to my kids so they wouldn't fight if I died, I don't want them losing on it. So I split the money between them two, and I'm so sorry I did it now. The kids ain't worth it. Sorry.
I thought that was a cool commercial anyway.
I had like 50 grand in that car back in the 90s.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was a show car. I won first place in the convention center.
He won our world of
I got
worlds.
trophies out the ass, and
That
now I'm in
took
the
our world
Volkswagen.
of wheels, the whole state of Pennsylvania.
Now I'm in the Volkswagens.
I drive a Beetle.
I drive a Beetle now. 2 Beetles. I got a couple
of Beetles.
I got a lot of cars. I love them.
All right. Okay, I got a hold of our guest for the top of the hour. He'll be getting ready here in just a little bit, Mr. Ahmed Johnson, or Tony Norris, as he's known by. But Ahmed Johnson was his professional wrestling name.
All right.
I'll be excited. I know Mad Dog, I saw your video earlier that you made to promote it. And, I'm glad that you do that. That you still are nice enough to do that sometimes when we have some exciting guests. You just got to know how to spell everybody's the names right is all.
I can't spell.
That's all. Because you always spell my name wrong all the time.
Tony's the worst, dude. You ever see him write shit on Facebook? You need a translator to fucking figure out what he wrote.
That's part of the charm.
You'd be like, go fuck yourself. And he's
Hey,
really
you
like,
take
hey, I love you.
You take shots to the head with cheers. I took too
Yeah,
many
if we
shots
could get
to the
some
head with cheers when I was
information,
younger.
if we got information on the show earlier,
Oh, yes, yeah. I suppose I should probably say you.
Why,
stuff
whose
too.
name did I spell wrong?
I probably I didn't know if you're not a wrestling fan, so I didn't think you cared.
oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Does
Then I'll know
not
that
matter.
I guess I'll know that for next time. Then I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize. I really, really do, because I didn't think you liked wrestling at all. So but I guess maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're just saying that just to make me happy. But whatever, I get what you're saying.
It's the show, right?
It's the show. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's all
good.
good.
And all that too.
We're-
Thank you very much.
Lance has come up with the term for us called fishing. So we are now fishing for guests now. You know, I like that idea. I like
wish
that term.
list too. Wish list of,
But the fishing term is kind of interesting, the way that you just said it, because that is true. I mean, we are kind of fishing for guests all the time, and I will tell you guys that next week we have Joe Ray. He's going to be coming on. We might have another person before that, but for now, for sure, Joe Ray will be coming on next week. He interviewed me here during New Year's or before New Year's, and Christina knows him, and they do stuff together and all that. And I was just kind of curious, because he kind of gives me that Rick Dees vibe, kind of like like this is Rick Dees,
Rick
but not really
Dees,
Rick
what?
Dees.
He's
Well,
not.
no, I'm not. I wasn't going to go there. I'm not trying to say being humorous. I'm saying if you guys know who Rick Dees was or is or whatever, he was a legendary radio announcer and everything, and he did Disco Duck and
The
all that
weekly
stuff.
top 40.
Disco Duck.
Yeah. And he was on La Bamba. That's where I remember him from. And he made a guest appearance on Roseanne as well. So
he was no Shadow Stevens, but
but he was like the poster child for the Latino side of things, for the Latino crowd or whatever, That's probably why he was picked to be in La Bamba, because he just had that vibe, and it just worked, fit the mold. So Joe Ray kind of looks like almost a copy of that, kind of like the way he speaks, the way he looks, I love that guy. He just seems like he just knows so much, and it's just like that's amazing. And the fact that he's a teacher and everything, and as well, and radio announcer and all types of things, and it was a good interview. I was happy to do it for him. I was really happy. And then in a couple of weeks we'll have we're going to have a guest that was on the Teen Wolf 2 in the Teen Wolf 2 movie. He played Styles or Styles' cousin to the Jason Bateman character. Stuart Fratkin will be coming on. He'll be he's going to be coming on not just talk about that movie, but he's promoting a new movie that he's been working on, and I think he's going to bring the director as well on the show as well. So that'll be in a couple weeks. And I did talk to Matt Snell, the original founder of the Five Finger Death Punch band that we talked to Terry last week. So we're going to try to do something in February, possibly, or mid-February maybe, or end of February. February 3rd, we have two blues guys. We have from the Jay Willie band out in the Jersey area, Jay Willie and legendary drummer Bobby T. Torello. I don't know if you've ever heard of him there, Lance, at all, but they're from the Jersey area. Yeah. He's kind of like the poster child, I guess, for the Ludwig drums or the
like an
drums.
An endorsee.
Yeah. Because he helped me do a interview with one of the founders of that, of William Ludwig III or whatever, I believe. The guy who was like, his because his father or grandfather founded the Ludwig drums. Yeah. This was many years ago. This was like probably my South Dakota days, probably. Because I was doing a show at the time called Black Hills Blues. It was the only blues show in South Dakota at the time. Because South Dakota doesn't really do a whole lot of blues stuff. And I thought, well, in honor of Bob, at that time, when Bob was kind of the inspirement for that, I decided that's what I was going to do. So I interviewed a whole bunch of bluesy people from all around the world, and it was pretty fun. So February 3rd, on the day the music died, on the 66th anniversary of that, and on that day, in about 3 weeks, we will have those guys on. And then in 4 weeks, we will, on February 10th, we will have actor David Bowe, who was in the movie UHF with Weird Al Yankovic, like his sidekick. So
Weird Al's going to Alaska this year, by the way.
Oh yeah, I suppose making his tour. Huh? He's going to be going all over the place.
How's he getting there by plane?
I wanted to say your hair looks wonderful tonight. I love it.
Thank you. I washed it and never brushed it. I was in such a rush this morning.
You didn't put no maple syrup on it?
Aren't you from
The whole natural look is just always the best.
Thank you.
She's West Coast.
Aren't you from the East Coast? How did you get to Alaska?
By plane?
That's the only way you can get there.
No,
Past the border and everything.
Sorry, you walked right into that one.
Jean-Claude Van Damme don't look too happy about that one.
No,
what's wrong?
I didn't mean to ask such a complex question.
Jean-Claude, you got there by dog sled.
Yeah. I was in Pennsylvania. I graduated in Palmyra. My dad was military.
What are you doing in my neck of the woods?
Yep. Hershey, Palmyra, Harrisburg, Lebanon.
No, well.
Yep. So I graduated Palmyra in 2002. And then I graduated culinary arts as well during that time too. But yeah, I ended up going there to Texas to here, then back to Pennsylvania. And then I was like, yep, got to come back to Alaska. So I'm back here. I've been here. If I calculate it all up, it's about 14 years total between
Pittsburgh.
Going back and forth. But yeah, no, Alaska's home.
Sure.
Told everybody, if there's no bears coming to my door, I don't want to live anywhere else.
One thing, walk up to your door, ring the doorbell, and then like have food for you and stuff, like a DoorDash.
Absolutely. Yeah. For real. Yeah, I was so mad about that.
They have Bear Dash.
Bear Dash,
yeah. They do a lot better. They at least bring me the food.
Yeah, they wear a hat and an outfit and wave and give me a good rating.
Yeah. I mean, I love the adventures out here. I cannot not have an adventure out here. Even when I'm sitting here with the surgery, I'm okay right now with it, because it's winter, but
sure.
But
you
yeah, no,
couldn't catch me going to Alaska. No way. I hate winters.
I love it. I will never
I
do
used to love it, but now I'm older. I don't want to be in the snow no more.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna get to our guests here real quick, but I'm gonna play a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back. And stay tight here for Renegade. It's more Renegade Radio right here on Facebook. On season 4, episode number 2. We'll be right back.
Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
You don't get this stuff from Howard Stern Show. You don't get this stuff from anything but Renegade Radio.
All right. Everybody, we are back.
Yay.
For Renegade Radio, hour number 2. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Ahmed? Tony? How you doing? Oh, we're just excited to have you on. I'm the guy that got a hold of you, as you probably are aware, and we're all excited because this is I don't know if you said you made it to the big times here, but to honor your 30th, I think it was 30 years now since you made your WWF debut at the time.
Yes, sir.
Was it 95? Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
So, in honor of the anniversary of your debut, or the year of your debut, that's I figured this would be the perfect time to finally get you on here and do an interview. And we learn as we go, sort of thing. But
okay.
Most of us have known about your work, so we're honored to have you, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Glad to be on, man.
Yes. For those that are wondering, this is Tony Norris, otherwise known as Ahmed Johnson, and back in the mid-'90s, during the heyday of the character of the WWF days, the World Wrestling Federation. We've had some other old superstars on before. We did an interview with Duke the Dumpster Drosy here about a month ago. Mad Dog and I did, and I'm doing this mostly for Mad Dog as well because he always gets excited about we can find some wrestlers to talk to and whatnot. And so Ahmed, Mad Dog, why don't you tell Ahmed a little bit about yourself, just so he kind of gets familiar with your work?
I'm Mad Dog Tony Lutz. I was a professional wrestler. I'm retired. I just stayed in the local area in Pittsburgh, PA. My brother over there, Screaming Sam, was my manager. I did it for about 20 years just locally. I did a lot for Make-A-Wish. I just was inducted into the Keystone State Wrestling Hall of Fame here in Pittsburgh for my body of work I did here. Never made it to the real big show, but I was honored to put in with Dominic DeNucci and Bruno Sammartino and Beppo and Guido Mongo, and it was a real proud moment for me. I got the key to the city November of last year. And,
guys.
Yeah, I did. I got to wrestle the Bushwhackers, and I got to do a match with Snuka, and I got to do a match with the Lord's Lord. I don't know if you know Kenny Jugan. That's who got me into the business. It was. I got to do some work. Not as hard as you got to go. You got to go to the big show, obviously, but I was started late in life, and I had kids and a wife, and I was happy with just running on the weekends, you know.
Hey, we all started independence.
Yep, I did all them church hall things, you know what I mean?
I can remember working independence, making $10 a day.
Yep, $25 a match.
If you're lucky, you got 25.
Wow.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, we're like I said, we're honored to have you. Our crew is just kind of a cast of characters. I mean, we've all kind of been in the entertainment industry in one way or another, from broadcasters to music score people to musicians and all types of stuff. So it's just thrilled to get you on to learn a lot about you as a person, but then follow your wrestling career and learn about maybe some things we didn't know about.
Yeah, well, we got the gumbo of wrestling going on here, man. The gumbo radio show's going on.
That's right. That's right. So let's learn about you, man. I mean, tell us kind of like what you've been up to since your WWF days or since your wrestling days, and then we'll kind of just go into a round robin of questions soon.
Well, I was after WWF, I went and worked for an oil company called Dresser Rand. And I got involved in a lot of charity work, just like Mad Dog, Make-A-Wish and things like that, and feeding the homeless. So that's what I've been doing lately, is basically feeding the homeless, to go and talk to boys centers, girls centers, women abuse shelters, and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
Now, I was just going to say somebody was having their audio. That must have been Sam probably on there. I don't hear it now. Since you've been out of the WWF, I mean, have you been doing did you do any wrestling anymore? Like, I know you were in WCW. I know you were in WCW. No, but I mean, like before you, like after you left WCW, did you just say it was over and it's just like we're just going to real world situations?
Yeah, my old bones can't take it no more, man.
I feel your pain.
Be that for the young kids.
Your knee replacements.
I haven't had any replacements or anything, thank God, but I've had back surgery about 3 times.
Okay. Because at the time you were, I mean, back in the mid-90s, I mean, you were a fucking big jack guy. I mean, you were like, I don't know why Vince didn't give you a bigger push. I've always kind of been wondering about why, he just made you, I hate to say it, but like a big card guy, Yeah. Like, you should have been the champion. You should have been. I mean, I thought you were better than Stone Cold and half the guys that they had on the roster, but I don't know. Vince must have just liked a different format or something, I guess.
Well, I heard rumors. I mean, this is just rumors I heard that Shawn Michaels. I thought I became the first black champion, Intercontinental champion in history. I'm the first black Intercontinental champion in history.
Sure, right.
After I became that, I was going to go up for the title shot, which I was going to fight the Undertaker and win it. But I heard that Shawn Michaels, who was running the show back then, told Vince that he didn't think the audience was ready for a black champion.
Shawn Michaels was basically a troublemaker too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I mean, now he's like found God and everything, and they put him in charge of NXT. But I still, think he gets away with too much stuff sometimes. Like he's a good guy. Yeah. I love him, but it's just like I don't know. Back in the day, I've heard so many different stories about how he was and how he was a troublemaker and somebody that I think what was it when Bret Hart lost to him at WrestleMania 12? No. Well, when they had their match, their Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12.
Oh, okay.
I heard rumors that Shawn Michaels, once he won the title, that he wanted Bret Hart out of the ring as quick as possible, so he could have his moment. You know,
man, Shawn was something else back then, man. I mean, I heard he's saved now. He's a Christian. I don't know. This is what I've heard, but back then he was something else, brother.
I heard too that you like to stay to yourself a lot because of all the stuff that was happening in the locker rooms. You know, I see in church hall wrestling how we used to step over each other. I can imagine times 12 what it was in your locker room. You know what I mean? How they used to kill each other just to get up ahead of each other, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I kept to myself mainly, back there, and people that I was, just being mean, or because my wrestling style was so intense. Right. They thought I was just, a mean guy. It's just that I really didn't have anything in common with most of those guys. So I kept to myself.
I don't know who has their background audio on, but can somebody turn off their audio?
Not me.
It's not me either.
Somebody's phone keeps going off. I've been hearing it.
Me.
Well,
I'm sorry. I own a business and they keep bothering me.
Okay. Well, I was hearing background noise like a TV or something on. Nothing against it. I just don't want to interfere.
Hey, man, I was reading that when you started out as a kid, you even worked in the arenas where they had shows. Like you used to sweep floors at the Mid-South Atlantic Wrestling and all that. Was that true?
Yes, sir. I used to sweep for the Mid-South Coliseum in Texas.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I ended up getting into business,
Yeah. So even at that young, you knew that's what you wanted to be, huh?
No, honestly, no. I didn't want to be a professional wrestler.
No?
No, I played a little time with the Cowboys, so I was more into football than I was professional wrestling.
Okay.
Oh, that is interesting. So why did you why did you even try?
Huh?
Why did you try wrestling then if you didn't want to be a fighter? Just because you were built?
Ivan Putski opened up a wrestling school here in Texas.
Hear me?
Ivan Putski. Okay. He's a good old timer. He opened up a school here in Texas, and I just went, to go try out and wanted to give it a shot and see if I had the ability.
Yeah, you went there with Booker T, huh, and them guys?
Yeah, Booker T, and Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, you had the ability because all of a sudden you became an action figure.
Yeah.
Yes,
what does that
sir.
feel like being an action figure, man?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Bravo.
They got me on action figure, and they just put me on the new video game for Xbox and PlayStation.
What?
Yeah, I'm on.
Hey, I have one.
And I was always have a bobblehead.
Wow.
What's that actually feel like to have that, being on the Xbox, like being a figure of like that?
It feels good because when you start playing it, and you get to see it, and it hits you right away. I am now on video games. I've become an action figure in stores, and it feels good. It really did.
Wow. Now, are you talking the new WWE 2K25 game when that comes out? You'll be part of it, or just the previous game?
I'm on the 2K24 right now, so I guess I'll be on 2K25 also.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's
good that
I have that game.
And they push you
awesome.
on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. You get any cuts out of that when they put you on one of them, or they cut that? You don't get nothing out of that.
Oh man, you get a small percentage, like 2.5%.
Something little, yeah.
What? Yeah, that's all you get is 2.5%. You don't get any big royalties from it.
Oh, so that's basically like a musician getting fractions of cents from like YouTube or Spotify or Pandora, anything like that. Downloads, they get a fraction of a cent. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a very small fraction.
Yeah.
I thought they'd have you on a legend.
Oh, did you get a whole $3 check last time?
No. Right. Go back to that $25.
That was for 2024.
$20, man.
I thought they put
10 years.
I thought they'd put you on a Legends deal or something because I would consider you a legend even if you had a short career. I mean, they did the same thing with Duke the Dumpster. I mean,
He is
why
a
don't they just
legend.
put
He
you on it?
slammed Yokozuna. What do you mean, man?
I know. That's why I said. Why do you think I have on the show?
Unfortunately, I was gone before they started doing the legend contracts.
Yeah, but they're still doing legends. Yeah, but they're still. That doesn't seem to matter because it's like even somebody who hasn't wrestled for a long time. So Kevin Nash has a legend deal. RVD has a legend deal. All these guys have been, maybe because they contribute more. I don't know. I don't think it should matter. I mean, if you did well and you were well known and people recognized you, you should be on a legend deal. Is what all I'm saying.
Me and Vince got into it, and that's when I exited the business. And ever since then, he's been pretty pissed at me, and he doesn't acknowledge it too much. But it's one of them things, where the boss was mad at you. So, although I'm the first African American champion in history, he doesn't really acknowledge that anymore. But the fans know.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Well, that's what I mean, though. It's like I don't understand, with all the BS that goes on backstage and everything. Like the people that make the decisions, like because you came in at a great time, and back in the mid-90s, 1995. It was a good year for wrestling.
That was the Attitude Era, right?
It was pre-Attitude Era. It was like still the Character Era or whatever, but the Federation years anyway. And I feel that was probably, the start of something really, really big. Because 95, 96, 97, I mean, you were the top dog in most of the matches that they had.
Sir.
And, main event in a lot of different events.
Hard.
Yeah, so I don't understand.
They gave me a good push, a real good push. Until we had a disagreement, and when we had that disagreement, that was it.
Because at one point he had to like you because even when you come in and you slam Yokozuna when you come in, I mean nobody could do it, and they had that was a big thing for like a month or two. Who's going to slam Yokozuna? And then Ahmed Johnson comes in, and oh my God! At the end of the show, he picks him up and he slams him. I mean, that had to make you feel great that they picked you to do it. I mean,
the guy He was like 640 pounds.
Oh, I know what he weighs.
Yeah. He was 640 pounds.
I've got a question. So it's kind of a two-part question. Like, okay, when was the last time you were in the ring? And at that point, how scripted was it?
The last time I was in the ring was probably about 2000s, and it's scripted to a point. I mean, it is scripted, but what we do, we call it in the ring as we go most of the time, and it's scripted to the point to where you don't try to kill each other while you're in there.
Because you both got to work.
It looks
but
like
do you know who's going to win? Do you know who's supposed to win?
Yeah, but they let you know who's going to win.
Yeah, but sometimes that don't go over. Like I can remember you saying, Ahmed Johnson, Yokozuna says, "Hey, I'm not spotting for you when you slam me. So don't think you're going. I mean, you got to pick me up. You know how we spot for each other. If they don't like you, and Vince says you're going under, and that guy don't like you, you're going to work for going under. You might get your ass kicked going over."
You know what, Mad Dog? You said that, and it's funny you said that because when I was new to the Federation, I hadn't even been there a week when I slammed Yokozuna, and I went to Yokozuna and told him, "Hey, Yoko, Vince want me to slam you in the ring." He turns around and looks at me and says, "Well, I hope you can pick me up because I'm not going to help you." You know, when you slam somebody, you get a little jump from them.
Yeah, you get a jump in the spot.
Right. He didn't help me at all.
And some people say, "Oh, all of that is it's all fake. It's all scripted. It's all fake. It's all." I'm like, no, man, I don't believe that. I believe that yes, there's a lot of training and acrobatics involved to make it look the way it's originally supposed to look. But the injuries are real.
Yes, it's.
Yep.
That's
they're
what people
athletes.
don't realize.
They get paid to beat the hell out of each other. They probably know who the winner is going to be, but the injuries are real.
Hey, man, how about
you
that
talk
fake
about your
cheer?
injuries.
When you get in, when you get in the ring, you get a locker room full of guys with a bunch of testosterone running around. They don't want to take the pin for you, so some of them will try to hurt you. like Farouk did me, he came out and he kicked me in my kidney and ruptured my kidney because they were jealous that I was going to be the champion.
That ruined your career.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
They were jealous I was going to be the champion, and he kicked me in my kidney and ruptured my kidney. So yeah, there's a lot of secret stuff going on in there.
Hey, don't you also like it when they say, "Oh, you use that blood capsule," and they had that fake chair in there, and they bullshit.
Oh no, the chair himself is nothing fake about that. I don't see guys get knocked out from the chair.
Oh, that's something. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know?
Say, hey, you got that blood capsule? Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah. Like you're supposed to be an actor. You're supposed to be like a theater actor, right? You know?
Right.
Yeah. Now that reminds
me. You know how to fall.
Yeah, know how to fall and know how to pretend it doesn't hurt as bad as it actually does.
Yeah, you know how to fall with a 500-pound guy in your arm on a 3-story ring post. Yeah,
All right, Christine, I'll go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, that was reminding me of a time where I was living in Hershey and there was a wrestling event going on, and I think it was Kane, and I can't remember who else was. They were fighting, but they ended up in the Hershey hospital still fighting. You know, like I mean, is that stuff kind of scripted when it comes down to, you know, when they're laying in the hospital, like it's literally after the wrestling event, and then it still kept on going. How does that work?
It depends on how pissed off the other guy is with you. Like me and Rikishi got into a match where I supposedly had hurt him. He said I kicked him in the eye, and I hurt his rib. So he was in the hospital. I went to go see him, and he wasn't happy with me. So we almost started scuffling right there in the hospital. You know, I went to see him out of respect, you know.
Sure.
But he didn't appreciate me, you know, doing what I did, he said, and we almost got into it right there in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, but could you guys get in trouble for that by going into the hospital and like that, the rules and regulations and stuff like that? Or you guys have to, like, if it's a script, because that's kind of scary when you're like laying in the bed and someone like, oh, y'all are coming in and be like, whoa, hold up. I'm trying not to not hear.
The show's over. You guys are brothers. You
know, it's funny. I've known a bunch of wrestlers who got into real fights with each other, and the cops look at it as, hey, they're professional wrestlers. You know, it's part of the business. Let them go at it. So we don't usually get arrested for something like that unless we're, you know, hitting a civilian or something.
Right.
So as long as we're beating up on each other.
I've been to enough shows where I saw the guys leave, and these guys might have been kicking each other's ass an hour ago, and they're leaving in the same van to go to the airport at the end of the night.
Yeah.
I go to work with them all night.
That happens.
Yep.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Man, I liked it when you were talking about Owen Hart, how big of a jokester he was when he called you and told you he was working for the Jay Leno show.
Yes, sir.
Tell him that story. They'll get a kick out of that because he was such a prankster.
Okay, Owen Hart and David Boy Smith were the king pranksters, and it was WrestleMania, our biggest event. And I went to my room and my phone rings and I pick it up and it's the Jay Leno show. And so they asked me all these questions, you know, about 40 minutes of questions. So he was like, okay, well, we'll have you on Jay Leno tomorrow night. So I was happy. I was new to the company. I was new to professional wrestling. I'm happy, man, like I don't know what. So I'll go out and buy me a brand new suit, a new watch, new chain, new shoes, everything. So I'm outside waiting the next day for, you know, the limo to come pick me up. And then Owen Hart walks out with Davey Boy. And Owen's like, what did you dress up for? I said, I got Jay Leno show tonight. And he said, what? He said, man, I've been here 14 years. You just got here, you know, a few months ago. And you already on Jay Leno? I was like, yep, they already put me on Jay Leno show. So I'm sitting there just waiting for the limo happy. So 8 o'clock comes, and my limo's supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, but it never shows up. So I'm sitting there waiting, and then Owen looks at me and said, ain't your limo supposed to be here at 8 o'clock? And I was like, yeah, it's going to be here at 8 o'clock. And then I looked, and I thought about it for a minute. I was like, how the hell did you know my limo was coming at 8 o'clock? And by the time I looked at them, they fell on the ground laughing. They had called me and act like they were Jay Leno's show. And they made me go out and spend like $2,000 on new clothes and stuff. And the Jay Leno show was him.
I'm going to invoice them. Like, I need this right here. Thank you.
That's a fighting story.
Right.
The king prankster. The king.
Let's go then.
Yeah.
That's what we say up here. Let's go then.
So do you currently watch the product at all, and all the new developments with WWE and AEW and all that stuff at all, or Ring of Honor, everything that's out there?
I really don't watch it that much.
Okay.
I really don't watch it much. I think it's a whole new style and agenda. I don't think it's as tough as it was 30 years ago.
But do you think an
still
Ahmed
watch
Johnson? But let me ask you this before you answer that question. Let me ask you this question. Then I'll let John re-ask this question. Do you think that an Ahmed Johnson would matter in the wrestling world today if you debuted right now?
Yeah, if you've never seen my style of wrestling, it's very intense. I mean, off the charts intense.
Crazy.
And I think it would go over good in today's, ring.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. I definitely agree because of just of who you are and what you did and everything, and what you would do anyway. Okay, John, go ahead and ask your question again. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, it looks like you got a jersey on. I can't quite see your hat, but obviously you're still a football fan. Oh,
Yes,
Baltimore.
sir. I'm still a football fan.
Well, somebody's got to like them too. I had to do that.
They play Buffalo Bill next week, so we're gonna see.
That's going to be a good game.
Yes,
well, you can
sir,
see
it
my
is.
team. Here's
Who's
what I'm
that?
rooting for tonight.
I'm
Minnesota
a Steelers
Vikings.
fan.
Steelers over here too. We got you.
My brother.
I've lived in Minnesota the majority of my entire life. Born and raised here. I love the Vikings, so I'm hoping they can beat the Rams tonight.
I'm a Pittsburgh guy. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Everybody's a Steelers fan, huh?
I'm Pittsburgh.
No,
Vikings.
Vikings.
For the Minnesota fan.
Yeah, well, I'm Minnesota here too. Yeah.
I'm Seahawks, but they're not going to make it.
So, what? Other than the fact of you being the first Intercontinental Champion or Black Intercontinental Champion, yeah, I put that on there. What are some of your favorite memories and moments, from like your time in the WWF?
Well, you know what one of my favorite memories is in Kuwait. I became the first Kuwaiti champion in history.
Oh.
And they treated us like gods over there. They treated us real good.
Okay. I didn't, was this before you were at WWF or during
No,
or
this
after?
is Robert in WWF.
Oh, you did the Kuwait tour. Okay, sure. Okay.
Kuwait tour, became the first Kuwait champion in history. It was great, man.
They gave you a belt and everything, or
yeah, they gave me a belt. They gave me a trophy, which has real silver. I mean, it's huge and there's real silver on it.
Sure.
And I beat Stone Cold in the finals for it. Stone Cold Steve Austin for it.
Was this before he became Stone Cold, or was he still the ringmaster at that time?
No, he was Stone Cold Steve Austin then.
Okay. Because I remember he was in '95. He was a ringmaster for a little while till all that came out.
That was '96, wasn't it?
Yeah, because weren't you in the King of the Ring that year too? That where Austin 316 was born and all that stuff, or were you one of the qualifiers or something, or anywhere?
What, 96?
Yeah, I thought you were.
I was there in '96.
Well, I mean, were you in the King of the Ring tournament at that time, like in the pay-per-view events? I don't remember.
I won one of the tournaments. I don't remember if it was King of the Ring or Royal Rumble, but I wanted to get the shot at the title.
Okay, well, it probably wasn't the Royal Rumble because they would have let us know because they always let everybody. They always let everybody know. It must have been probably like a battle royal or something. Maybe I would imagine.
Yeah, it was a big battle royal.
Yeah, but not like Royal Rumble or else they would have let us know that you won because they always let people know. WWF every year or WWE every year always goes through the list of people who won, whether you won once, twice, 3 times, whatever. There's a list anyway. All the winners. Yeah.
I wish I would have got my shot at the championship, but I'm glad to be the first Black Intercontinental Champion in history. That's enough for me. I'm satisfied with that.
Well, you're up there with Ron Simmons being the first Black WCW champion, I believe.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
yeah, I mean that just makes sense. I mean, but I just don't understand why he couldn't push you more, because you should have been bigger than you were there, sir. And I just as a fan of wrestling and everything, I don't understand why the politics have to be the way they are. Why we get stuck with the same people all the time. It's supposed to be about, okay, you have your current roster and you have your people that you want to work. Why are we going through millions of individuals just to find the right top 10? That you're just going to stick us with all the time.
I think Sean was scared to wrestle me for the title. I really believe that.
Well, you did get your big pushes. That's when you got kicked in the kidney, wasn't it?
Yes.
Isn't that what ended your big push? Because you had to take a while off.
Yeah, I took like 3 months off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I know they were pushing you hard in the beginning. I mean,
yes, sir.
Like I said, you went in there right away. You won the Intercontinental bout would you win off of Goldust?
Yeah, Goldust.
And then you had that beef with Goldust for real, didn't you?
When he laid that kiss in on me.
Yeah, when he kissed you in the lips for real. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that pissed you off. I knew you said that really pissed you off.
Yeah, well, it did, because what we did was it was live TV. And we had rehearsed it before the TV, and he was supposed to put his hand over my mouth like that and kiss his hand. But he knew it was like TV, and he knew there was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't get up and just start beating him up. So he kissed me for real. And I was like, you son of a
I'd
gun.
have kicked his gold ass too.
Wait till I get up out this
Fighting words.
Hey, you should have stuck your tongue down his throat. That would have shocked his ass.
That's right. Make it more weird, huh?
I don't care.
I'm sure that's the first thing you wanted to do.
Right. I'd have bit him on the lip and bit his lip off.
Tony,
I have a question for you. So, because I know we got another guest coming up here pretty soon.
Should be coming up pretty soon, yeah.
How often do you do podcasts, and what do you think of this one?
I think this is great. I've never been to a podcast where this many people. And I like that because the questions come at you differently.
Oh yeah,
from different angles, and I like that about it.
Yeah,
like
we
I
try
said,
not
you guys
to
look like a gumbo.
We try not to. We try not to ask the same old questions, but sometimes it's hard because I'm sure you've been asked every question in the book when it comes to like the same stuff. So we try to do a little research on you if we can, and just to learn about you, because maybe there's something you can tell us that we don't know. Like
I'm in heaven. You don't even know I'm in heaven, man. Because I know the lingo in the backstage and that. I just got so many things I want to ask you, but I gotta let all the other people have fun too. But
here,
my neck of the woods now.
Mine is really simple. I'm just curious. Do you miss it and the whole thing that it comes with? And were you ready when you walked away to be done?
Answer to that is yes. I miss it a lot.
Not the bullshit.
How could you not miss, 60, 7,000 people cheering for you?
Yeah.
And
you're being relevant.
But at first, when I walked away, I wasn't ready to walk away, but me and Vince couldn't see eye to eye. And so being we couldn't see eye to eye, I thought it was best that I just go ahead and exit the business.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Physically, do you think it was a good move? I bet you're thankful now you walked away when you did.
Physically, yes. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Yes. I think it's a good move because, so many wrestlers have passed away because they got hooked on drugs and all kind of other things, and these accidents like Owen Hart, falling from the scaffold. And I think it was a good thing that I walked away when I did, because I would probably be sitting here throwing out on drugs also, or, being an alcoholic also. So I think I walked away. I
talk about injuries.
Right. I think God guided me on that. And he guided me to leave when I did. I've had something happened.
I've had 5 knee surgeries, 2 lower back, a neck, had my guts put back in, 47 broken bones. I did crazy stuff growing up, and the whole time doctors kept telling me, you wait till you turn 50, and I'd laugh at them. Well, I'll be 60 next month, and I should have listened to them.
That's true.
Because I need 2 new knees.
Feel it.
I mean, my hips are bad. My back is still bad.
I got my new knees this year. and I'm getting my hips too.
Well, I haven't got to that point yet, and I hope I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just never know when it comes to that. Well, so
Ahmed,
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm from Louisville, Texas.
Oh,
And
okay.
I see you still as a young man, and really the Cowboys could really use you. So you should just go ahead and get the job.
Come back to Texas.
I would love if that was true. I'm just a little too old for that right now, though.
I don't know.
Well, so Ahmed, to kind of close out the interview, and first of all, thanks for giving us some of your time. We all do appreciate you, no matter what.
No problem.
No matter what.
Glad to meet you,
Dude,
guys.
I loved it, man.
What do you want people to remember about you as far as your wrestling career? Because that's probably where they most know you from anyway. What would you like to be remembered for?
What I would remember by the most is, first of all, being the first Black Intercontinental Champion. And second of all, I want to be remembered as the guy who didn't take no shit from Vince.
Sure.
Brother.
Right.
Here you go, brother.
Two beautiful things.
Yeah.
I would like to get your number and hook up with you sometime. Honest to God, man. Honest to God.
Okay, get my number, Matt Dog, and give me a call sometime, brother.
I will. I'll get it off of Frank.
Well, I don't have his number. I just found him on Facebook. We've been friends.
I'll find you on Facebook. I'm on TikTok and Facebook.
Okay.
Just look for Tony Norris. That's his real name.
Yeah.
He's not Ahmed, but
I'm Tony Norris.
I do a lot of meet and greets in different areas in different states. So, I mean,
you willing to come to Alaska?
Huh?
Tony,
you willing to come to Alaska to the Comic Cons and stuff?
Oh, I would love to come to Alaska.
I can put your name in. I mean, if you don't mind, we can hook up and I can help you out with figuring out Alaska stuff for your.
Yeah, Christina, that'd be great. I would love to come to Alaska.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
your last name is Love?
Well, technically, that's my artist name. It's a long story.
Oh, okay. My ex-girlfriend last name was Love, and you were scaring me.
What, bro? She's full of love anyway, huh? She's full of love.
She's a demon.
That's
right.
Hey, John, if you ever come to Pittsburgh,
all the exes?
All the exes come from Texas, don't they? But I ain't.
Well, they're all demons.
Hey, John, if you ever come to Pittsburgh, let me know. You hear me, Tom?
What's that?
Hey, if you ever come to Pittsburgh, let me know. We'll hook up and we'll go and have some food and beers. And it was a pleasure, my friend. It was a pleasure.
No problem, Mad Dog.
All right, yeah, we appreciate you, and thanks again, Tony, for just being a part of our show.
Hey,
congratulations on the success.
Man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tony.
All right,
thanks for being here.
All right.
Appreciate you.
I love y'all, man.
All right.
All right, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break, and the second guest, Dennis McNulty, should be here in just a few
I think my
minutes.
brother got to go whack off a little bit. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go get some baby oil.
I'm going to take a link to them.
All right, we'll be right back with some more Renegade Radio right here.
Hey, what did they say about that
on
artist
Facebook.
with the baby oil? I gotta go do my. What was his parties? His baby oil parties?
P. Diddy parties, the white
The
party.
P. Diddy party.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Music, maestro.
Well, I've been put down, I've been treated be there sometimes I get high. I get high. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I get high. Sometimes I get high. Well, I get high. Sometimes, yeah, yeah, I get high. Well, I get
Nice. Okay. Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
You don't get this stuff from Howard Stern Show. You don't get this stuff from anything but Renegade Radio.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Renegade Radio, Season 4, Episode number 2. And now we're with our second guest of the night, our main event for the night, Mr. Dennis McNulty, and he comes from all the way from the United Kingdom. What's going on there, Dennis? How you doing?
Welcome. Howdy, Dennis.
Great to be there. Good to be with you.
Okay.
Yeah, good to be with you, too.
Can I say two things right off the bat? Number one, Sean, I feel like you are bound and determined to make me ball tonight.
I'm sorry.
And secondly, Dennis, I am so glad that you're on the show tonight. Welcome to our show. I do a podcast where I interview musicians. The video he just played was of my late boyfriend, Little Bobby, who was a blues musician.
Oh wow.
He was a blues musician, and we It's a friend of mine and a boyfriend to Mama T. He passed away last July here of heart disease and whatnot, and so we kind of paid tribute to him tonight a little bit. Just I don't know, kind of for fun, I guess, mostly. But Dennis here is a musician as well. He was good friends with the late great Charles Whedon Westover, aka Del Shannon, for all you guys and gals out there that are wondering. Legendary rock and roll icon with the hit song "Runaway" that you'd hear on the radio all the time. Well, he's known for a lot of other things, but Dennis, you got to meet Del back in the '70s and do a live album, live in England. Kind of explain kind of how that whole thing kind of happened, if you could, to the crowd here today.
Do you mean the album or how the connection?
Oh, just
with Del?
how you the connection with Del, how you kind of got that going, and how you convinced him to show up.
Yeah. I mean, we as a band, we were 4 brothers from borderland of Scotland, and most unlikely place to find musicians who are going to travel around Europe and meet up with people like Del Shannon. And it's a few years in, we left Scotland around late 60s, 67. Did our thing in Germany to really tighten the band up. We were doing like sessions, 6, 7 hour sessions in clubs in Germany for a month at a time. Met some great musicians over there as well, guys who ended up in America as session musicians. Ray Flack, great country player. And also, so we became a backing band probably by accident. We worked for a guy called Henry Sellers. Prior to that, we'd worked for other London agencies, but not doing the high profile stuff. But once we'd done, I think our very first tour was with Arthur Conley's Sweet Soul Music. That was in 1971. Arthur was absolutely fantastic. He was connected with protege of Otis Redding. And Arthur was the most fantastic guy on stage, and so energetic. Brilliant thing with him, and then it moved on to the Coasters. The guy with the Coasters at the time, and I didn't really know at the time because we were in our early 20s and full of energy and full of wanting to do everything, but the guy who was singing with the Coasters was a guy called Speedo, and he was Speedo from Speedo and the Cadillacs. And if you look at Speedo and the Cadillacs, I mean, the history of that guy was just, I didn't know this till afterwards. The guy was just phenomenal. He was so funny. Unfortunately, the British crowds didn't really get the Coasters' humor. There's a lot of humor in their act. I mean, we did because we was with them all the time.
You knew that, but yeah.
We become friends and all that. And we did Germany with them guys, and there's the Drifters. I've got 22 different American artists to with around Europe and the UK. Del came along in 71, and Del was just phenomenal. Such a great fun guy. We had a lot of fun in tour with Del, and also in 72 we did Del's show again for about 3 months and finished with a live album. Prior to in the same year, I think we must have worked with about half a dozen different American shows. The Temptation show we did. We were with Carla Thomas. We did the opening for the show with Carla Thomas and a guy called Jimmy Helms, who was a British artist. And then so we moved on that same year with Del, which was absolutely fantastic. Also worked at 4 or 5 years with the Drifters. I'm talking about the Drifters, not the Drifters you see around now, but it could be basically anybody. But these were little Johnny Moore, who had Under the Boardwalk, and to stand behind Johnny Moore for 5 years with that wonderful voice was something you can't forget. It's just phenomenal.
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry. I do have to. I'm Irish.
Sorry, I'm Scottish.
I don't know if this
Irish.
If you can see that at all.
Oh yeah.
My great grandmother grew up next to Carrickfergus Castle.
Sorry?
My great grandmother grew up next to Carrickfergus Castle.
It's in Ireland, yeah?
Yes.
What about in Ireland?
Yeah.
From
Northern Ireland.
Oh, from Northern Ireland. My father was from Donegal. I'm half Scottish, half Irish.
And see, your accent is just, I don't know.
We have to get used to it, I guess.
I've been having a whole lot of nostalgia tonight, mostly because of the head cheese of this show.
You're welcome.
I'll watch it prior to coming on, and it was fantastic. Yeah, it's some great conversations.
Yeah. I told you it's an interesting show. We're honored to have you because for you guys to know, Dennis, Dennis and I have chatted before. We when I was doing stuff for Pioneer Night for one, I had him on the show. We were talking about Dell and some of Dell's life, and he just if he would have been alive still. Dell's birthday was December 30th, the same day that I interviewed Gary G, and he would have been 90 years old if he was still alive. So he'd be the same age as Elvis, pretty much. Yeah. Wasn't Elvis just celebrating 90 years too? So.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
So my question to you, Dennis, is how do you get everybody's attention so that people because I know my crowd or my crew is kind of quiet and everything, compared to how they were for the rest for Ahmed Johnson. How do you get them interested in your story as far as because this guy's been in the music business for a long time. We are literally speaking with the legend right now of the English area, and you have no idea how big of a guy this man is here to give us some minutes of his time. So how do you tell people your story to get them interested in what you've done in your life?
Yeah, to be honest, start off beginning my life. I was a professional athlete until I was 16. At the same time, got into music, and I always remember hearing Del Shannon when I was 13 years old, 12, 13. I'm thinking, wow, I was absolutely loved his music, and that took me on to the interest, of music and learning instrument, learning guitar. Guitar is an instrument you have to do a lot of practice with. I don't know any of you guys have ever tried playing the guitar or play guitar. It's not the straightforward, easy instrument that a lot of people imagine. But it's like anything else. You put your head, your mind to it, you can get there. But regarding my career with the music, I think I could read out the 23 artists or 22 artists that I actually worked with. Arthur Conley, the Coasters, the Drifters, Del Shannon, Carla Thomas. She had big hits for Motown. The Times, Ardy and Taylor, My Ghost in My House, I Got to See Jane, numbers like that. Bobby Hebb with Sonny. Bobby Hebb, we toured. I don't want to disrespect the guy, but we worked with Bobby Hebb, and this applied to most of the acts that we actually worked with. They tell us they were coming, and we'd meet them at a rehearsal room, and you'd get sort of one afternoon with them. Prior to that, you let you know sort of what numbers they were going to perform on the tour. But Bobby Hebb, wonderful. I thought this is so good because the guy was a good guitar player, very, very good guitar player. And of course, he's a huge hit, Sonny. But we went on tour it was about a month tour. And the very first night, you think, you know, we worked so hard to get the show together. And the guy was totally, what you would say, drunk. And
A little bit hammered.
Yeah, and we go on with this show. From the rehearsal, you think, bloody hell, this is going to be good, and then the guy comes on and he's plastered. We go off stage and we say to the road manager, what happened? Because he was slurring his words, and his memory had gone. You know, we sort of had to hold it together, and you've got an audience who are expected to see an artist of that stature not drunk, right? You know, which was a great shame because you know we absolutely loved the guy, and he was a great artist, but this went on for the whole tour. But by the way, it didn't improve.
Every night.
Well, the funniest thing happened on the very last night. We played in a club in London. It was mainly for black artists. Played at this club. It was a very renowned club. I forget it off the top of my head, but we had guys in there I recognised from some of the well-known bands. It's on Hot Chocolate and all these guys. Anyway, I noticed before we were on stage, I thought that you don't look drunk tonight. He went on and he put on the most fantastic show that he'd done for the whole tour. And midway through the tour, he started playing the spoons. Well, I don't know if you've seen how spoon players, but he just brought the house down. It's phenomenal. As well as his vocals and everything else that he did on the night, his guitar playing, etc. But that was such a shame because we thought, well, why do this on the last night? Maybe because of the stature of the club, I don't know, because we've done some very good venues up to that point. But that was Bobby Hebb. Johnny Tillotson was fabulous. Johnny Tillotson, and his guitar player John Beeland, who went on to play with Dolly Parton and people like that, and the Flying Burrito Brothers. John was a member of those, and Freddie Cannon. Freddie Cannon was Tallahassee Lassie. Freddie wasn't the most friendly guy. Yeah, artists are. We got so used to working with them that we didn't look upon them as stars or whatever you want to call them. We just looked upon them as workmates, and that's the way we looked upon them, because we're so used to meeting these guys and being on the road with them and all the rest of it. But Freddie Cannon had his own agenda. A guy called Roy C., who had a big hit called Shotgun Wedding. I don't know if you guys remember that. It may not have been a hit in the States. It was a hit here, and Roy C. was, again, he was a very difficult guy. Benny King.
Most musicians are.
Benny was just, well, yeah, he was phenomenal. And it was such a lovely guy. With people like Benny King, especially black artists, we did a month, or at least a month in Germany at the American Air Force bases, Army bases, where they all, obviously knew who he was and loved his music. Eddie Floyd, that was knock on wood. He was fabulous. The Detroit Emeralds, fabulous. Len Barry, Linda Carr and the Love Squad. Syl Johnson, he was very good. Oscar Tony Jr., Edwin Starr, the Exciters, and we toured on shows with the Four Tops as well, and the times open for those. That was mid 70s.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I didn't make it. Sorry, Don.
That's all right. That's all
The
right.
Four Tops.
The Four Tops, yeah.
Yeah, the Four Tops. They were lovely guys. These are the Four Tops I'm talking about. You know, with the guys who had the big hits, because this is 1973, around about then, and 73, 74.
I got you.
They were fabulous guys. I'll tell the story about their drummer. Their drummer every night. My brother was the drummer in our band, and their drummer would come to him nearly every night and say, "My brother's called Mick," and he said, "Mick, have you got any spare drumsticks?" because he'd break his. He'd break them, and he'd come to my brother because there's no way he could go out and get them. Obviously, they didn't know the stores and all that. But my brother used to give them, but he said, "Well, I can only give you my broken ones, but his broken ones are not as bad as the Four Tops drummer broken ones." He used to turn them around. It was quite funny, yeah.
Now, Dennis, did you do mostly tours and live performances, or were you ever able to get in on studio stuff as well?
We did yes, mainly live, but we did television with the Drifters and Edwin Starr and another Linda on the Love Squad. I can remember. But we used to do BBC studio work with these artists, and what they used to do would be give them to the DJs to play on, like Radio 1, BBC Radio 1, which was the radio station in the UK. And that would be every artist basically that came over to tour over here.
Okay.
No, that's good. See what I mean, guys? That's what I tell you. Now you got kind of get a reason why we got him on the show tonight, because this guy is a legend. Like I say, he doesn't get enough acknowledgments for the things and the stuff that he's even currently doing. As far as I'm concerned, you don't hear about him in the press as you do about other things and whatever. But I feel Dennis's story is very interesting because you hung out with my friend James Copenhagen when he came down and did his show for the Del Shannon tribute, and that's how I heard about you, because I didn't really know anything about you until he told me about you, and then I was digging into more of Del's life and everything, and we became online friends, and no, you're just a great guy there, Dennis. You're very talented. You got that ability to keep people loving that good old rock and roll music, and that's how it should be, you know.
Well, that's it. The connection to that past. I mean, you know, that stuff goes. I mean, that's some of the roots of so many things that I love. My wife's a teacher, and it's nice to hear that a lot of the youth of America, I always say, is open-minded enough to listen to the older stuff. They may not have to like it, but if they at least will open it up and appreciate it and understand it, that's an era.
It's still pop. Rock and roll does have rock and roll events here, you know, all over the UK and in Europe as well. It's still a big thing. The guy I'm working with at the moment, and I've a tour all over the UK mainly. It's a Mark Summers and Elvis tribute, believe it or not. But he travels worldwide. You know, Elvis may be gone, but his memory will always be here. You know.
He might not be, though. He might not be. There's been rumors.
He'll be like Star Wars. He'll never go away.
I'd love to see the show. I'd love to see that.
Guitar, right?
Yeah, I mean we have a terrific time on tour with doing this Elvis show. Believe me, it's a lot of fun. And also because Elvis actually did Runaway, which in 1969 he invited Del and his wife and Brian Hyland down to his show in Vegas because he'd asked Del permission to play it on his bigger show. And we do that on our show, and our Elvis guy Mark, he explains to the audience that I've played with Del Shannon and all that, which is a great interest to a lot of people because, believe it or not, there's still a lot of Del Shannon fans out there, which after the show they come up and to meet to say hello and all that, and reminisce and ask me things.
What I get carried away about is the fact that Del is only known for a few songs on the radio, and the fact that he has a whole freaking catalog full of music that nobody's ever heard of, or the real fans have heard of. You and I have heard of them, and most of us have, but a lot of people haven't. They even have a Bear Family Records box set, or just recently a box set of over 200 or 300 songs or whatever, recordings, cover songs, all types of stuff that he's done, and yet he's only known for a couple hits.
Yeah. Well,
You don't have to have a guitar handy.
I've got one upstairs.
Because
Just
that
throw
would
it for
be that would blow the end of this show away. Just saying, if you could pull out a guitar right now and play us out tonight, then I tell you what. I'm just saying.
What are you laughing about?
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay,
Does
go ahead.
anybody
2 minutes.
disagree with me?
Yeah, go ahead, Dennis. We'll go ahead. We'll wait for you.
Wow,
It's all
Mama
good.
T. Wow.
Mama T. All right. Well, while we're waiting, then we will.
Well, you said I was saying around. Well, who do you think?
We'll do a quick commercial.
Thank you very much. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am?
Need a tow? Then call John Lutz Towing Service. 3 radio dispatch trucks, including a unique flatbed to pick up low-profile vehicles. And a road service truck for flat tires, dead battery, out of gas, will be there in a flash if you're stranded. John Lutz specializes in custom towing, low-profile cars, and long-distance towing. Fully insured, low rates, damage-free towing. Call John Lutz Towing Service. We don't want an arm and a leg, just your toe.
Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
All right, we're back. I figured it'd be a good time to do a commercial. So since Dennis is going to be leading us out, go ahead, Dennis. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do.
It's a bit of a runaway. Come on, guys. Not there.
Come on, who's singing? Come on, Eric, singer.
I'm a I'm going to put this all up for you now. I'm exhausted now.
That solo is the best part of the whole song.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
There
I
we
gotta
go.
have you on my show. I gotta have you on my
Solo
show.
kick butt.
Hell yeah.
That solo kick.
Even on this side of the pond, it felt and sounded very authentic.
Absolutely.
So beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got one more you can do before we go? Because we do appreciate you, Dennis. We're just gonna go.
I promise I
Yeah,
won't
straight
say
off Paul.
I'll try not to.
Uh-huh.
What would you want? No, that's what.
Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter.
I can do a bit of Elvis for you, but if you want to.
Okay.
I'm on it. 2 for the show. 3 to get ready now. Go back to You know the words? Anything that you wanna do, honey, lay up my tree. Why don't you step on the sweatshirt? If you're anything, lay up my sweatshirt. That's what's it.
There you go.
Sorry.
Now, when you guys are performing this, are you playing the pink Paisley Telecaster?
I've got I mean it's a bit harder on this thing because the action's been high, but I play I would love to have that one, but Fender reissued that at over here £4,000, £3,999, which is a lot of money. I've got a Brent Mason Telecaster. It's one of his signature models. It's got the B bender on, which bends a string up like that.
Yep.
You know that. It bends the string up. You pull the neck down, and it bends the string like a slide guitar, I suppose, in a sense. But I love the guitar. I really would love the pink one, but it's only just reissued. Yeah, it's only just been reissued.
Mm.
All you need for a slide is one of these.
There you go.
Or one of these, or one of these.
No, this is the easiest. This is the easiest.
Well.
Got an instant slide.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's That's great,
That's,
man. That is great.
Yeah.
Hey Dennis,
cool.
would you consider being on my podcast?
You just gotta
I'd
find him
love
on
to.
Facebook. Yeah, find him
Mine
on Facebook.
Yeah, mine is music based, and there's no cussing, swearing, dirty joke telling, drinking, smoking.
You just gotta realize that he's from the UK, so there will be a 6-hour time difference.
Oh,
So right
no.
now-
I've had people from the UK on before. I had that what's his name? He's been on the radio over there. He was Bobby's promoter over there, actually.
Okay.
I'm having a brain fart, you know.
Oh, that's all right.
But
Was it musician? Was it or was it?
But little Bobby was the musician that I was dating, and
Yeah.
He's been on the charts. He was over there at the Rawa Blues Festival in Poland, in Katowice, in 2013, I think, with Nora Jean Brousseau.
Okay.
But while we were still together, while he was still alive, I started my podcast, the one that you see under my name there.
Yeah.
And I've continued it to carry on his legacy, to support musicians.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Absolutely love to. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That'd be-
Absolutely. Just find him on Facebook. It's Dennis McNulty. You can just go to my page or whatever, find him.
I was gonna say, come on now, Sean, you can give me his info.
Well, you can add him on Facebook. Anyway, well, we appreciate you, Dennis. You are the best, man. I tell you, I love you. Really do.
I love. Thank you, Frankie. Thanks for having me on. It's been lovely to meet you all tonight. I was watching you beforehand. And it's quite a good show. That was it's quite funny at times.
We do what we do. It's all about humor and the love of pop culture. That's one thing we all share, or two things we all share. We love humor. We love pop culture. We love music. We love movies. Everything. So we appreciate you spending time with us. And I know it's late over there, so we appreciate you, man. And thank you. And thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yes,
it's a pleasure.
Next week we'll have Joe Ray on, and we might have somebody else on as well. So, but right now for sure Joe Ray. And we'll see you guys next week for another great edition of Renegade Radio right here on Facebook.
Hit my music.
Right.
It was nice.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Nice meeting you guys. Thank you.
Hit my music.